That's what my little beepy noise in the camera makes me think of every time I hear it go off. um, Hello everybody, this is the 100 questions that nobody asked tag that Cathy put me in, which is really cool. I'm quite excited about it. I watched her one, it made me laugh. But Cathy, there's almost no point in me doing this because so many of our answers are going to be the same. It's ridiculous, but anyway, here we go. Okay, question number 1. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? Well, because I'm a cheap student and I don't have any proper furniture for myself, my closet doors don't actually close because they're bursting at the seams. See, that's it. Very glamorous, classy. So I guess I sleep with them open, but not through choice. I much prefer for doors to be closed. Do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? I have been known to. I took them as sort of like a cheap present for a friend of mine who wanted a present when I went on holiday, and I didn't really want to spend money on her because frankly we're not really friends, so I just got rid of the shampoo bottles from the hotels. I don't even think I actually gave them to her in the end. I just hoarded them. I'm one of those people. So, question 3. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? Well, to me sheets are the things that you put over your mattress and not the actual duvet, so I sleep with my sheets tucked in, but for the record I sleep with my duvet untucked because I just like to play fast and loose like that. Have I ever stolen a street sign before? No, because that would be falling into the stereotype of student that I try very hard to avoid falling into, so no, I haven't. I know people who have done though, and I've rolled my eyes thusly, so. Do you like to use post-it notes? I sure do. They're brilliant, and I am a slave to organisation. It makes my life so much better. Do you cut out coupons but then never use them? I make mental notes of where the coupons are, and then I don't even cut them out, so what can you do? Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? I think a bear would maybe maim. It depends. It depends on how angry the bees are, because bees might attack and then leave me alone. Or I saw an episode of CSIs where this guy got attacked by a swarm of bees and there was so much venom in his body that he died. So, I don't know. Kind of give or take. I think a bear attack would be gnarly. That's good kind of scars. So, bear attack. I'm going to go with big bear. Do I have freckles? No, not really. My mum and my sister do, but I sort of grew out of them whenever I was a kid. So, do you always smile for pictures? No, I don't. I only got my braces off recently, and I keep forgetting that I actually have nice teeth now. So, whenever someone takes a photo of me, I tend to do this. And just generally look a bit stupid, so no, I don't smile in photographs. My biggest pet peeve. I'm not sure what my biggest pet peeve is. There's quite a lot depending on the situation. I stupid people. Stupid people who think they're right all the time and are too stupid to realise that they're wrong. That's a pet peeve. People who think that being a smart arse is the same as being intelligent or funny. So I guess they would be pet peeves. And myself, my sheer lack of motivation for myself is quite bad as well. Do I ever count the steps when I walk? No, not ever. Have you ever peed in the woods? Yes. What about pooped in the woods? No. Not only have I pooped in the woods, I have pooped in a tree, in a hollow tree. I was a kid, I was about 6, and we used to have this boat, and me and a whole bunch of other children that I kind of grew up with, like family friends, were having this little campfire one night, and we used to have these life jackets on, and the life jackets would have this strap that go between your legs, and it was always a big pain to get first from where we were having the little campfire back to the boat and get your life jacket off and then your trousers and everything, and it was always a struggle to do it on time. So I just thought, well, if the guys can pee in this tree, why not? So while I was going for a wee, I just thought, why not? Why not poop in a tree? Get back to nature. And that very story has haunted me since that age. I'm now 20 and my sister brings it up all the time. So would I recommend it? Probably not, because there wasn't any water about apart from river water to wash my hands in, and that's just as bad, because where do you think the pee from the boat goes? In the water. So, do you ever dance even if there's no music playing? Yeah, I do. Because I used to do ballet and I really miss it, I sort of find myself, if I get bored or feel a bit stiff, I'll get up and just sort of dance. That's dancing, apparently. 10 years of ballet, and that's the best I can accomplish, apparently. Do you chew your pens and pencils? Sometimes. I'll not use his name, but I have a rather tasty lecturer. And he's really lovely. I don't even think that I really fancy him. I just have a lot of respect for him, but he's got this really great beard at the minute, and whenever I'm thinking about his beard, it just kind of does it for me, so I find I need to chew a pen to distract myself and take my mind off it. Number 16. How many people have you slept with this week? Only myself. I am a lonely person. What size is my bed? My bed is a small double bed, and my boyfriend, who is 6'4", has a very difficult time fitting into it and finds it very uncomfortable and doesn't really sleep whenever he stays at mine because my bed is so small. What is my song of the week? Ooh, good question. Song of the week. I'm doing my lighting portfolio at the minute and I have to light to a piece of music, so I think the song that I'm lighting to is Us by Regina Spektor, so I'd say that's my song of the week. Listen to it a lot on repeat, trying to find the lighting cues where I can change things, so that's my song. Is it okay for guys to wear pink? Now, this is where Cathy and I differ. Cathy said that it wasn't okay for guys to wear pastel pink, but it was okay for them to wear neon, and I am the polar opposite. I think neon on anybody, first off, neon colours are disgusting and they shouldn't exist and nobody should wear them, and it tends to be the people who will wear leggings like trousers, which is one of my pet peeves. Write that down. It's normally the people who wear leggings as trousers who think it's okay to wear neon as well, so bad combo. But I quite like men in a sort of a lighter, light pink shirt, maybe, you know, in a suit with a tie. Quite good. Do I still watch cartoons? No, I don't really have much time for watching anything. But I did watch a few episodes of Adventure Land or Adventure Time or whatever that program is called, and I felt like I was on an acid trip, so I'm not sure what cartoons, what their story is anymore, but definitely drug based. What is my least favourite movie? There's so many. Possibly the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet, although I haven't seen that forever, but I just remember always hating it. And everybody's like, but it's magical, Leonardo DiCaprio is in it, it's so pretty. And yes, it is. Noises in my flat. It is pretty, but it's not, I just don't like it. I'm a traditionalist and I did not like that. I'm sure there's one that I'm forgetting. Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was throwing up in my mouth in that film. It was just far too much for me. Where would I bury hidden treasure if I had some? That's a hard one, I don't know. I'd like some buried treasure. If I had it, I don't know if I would bury it. I would maybe spend it, pay off my overdraft and buy some nice fabric for dressmaking. That would be quite good. Or pay off my university fees. That's also quite good. I don't know. Maybe I would bury it. No, I don't have an answer. Sorry, maybe in the tree that I pooed in, because that no one would go there. I think I missed one. Let me see. What do you drink with dinner? Water, generally, or green tea. I drink a lot of green tea. What do you dip a chicken nugget in? As a vegetarian, I wouldn't like to state. However, hypothetically, if I was digging into a delicious golden chicken nugget, I would maybe go for some barbecue sauce, I think. What is my favourite food? Plugging North Hill Noodle Bar in Colchester. Oh my god, they do asparagus tempura, and they're so delicious. Asparagus tempuras, and also their tofu in the satay sauce with Singapore noodles. Oh, so good, so delicious. Oh my god. What movie would you be able to watch over and over and still love? That's a hard one. There are quite a few movies that I really, really like. I love. It was in Sundance Film Festival. I can't remember who the director was, but it's a film called The Woman, and if any of you have watched that, you'll know right away. You'll know right away. Remember why it's such a good film. But yeah, that would be one. It's quite gory and it's a bit fucked up, so I like it. The last person who I kissed/kissed me was my friend Jade from work. Beautiful, wonderful Jade who does burlesque and is covered in tattoos. She's amazing. So she gave me a kiss on the cheek before we walked home the other night, which was nice. Were you ever a boy Girl Scout? No, again, the same as Cathy. I was in the brownies, which was, I liked that. And then again, the same as Cathy's, I went to guides for like 2 weeks and it was so boring and really stupid and we never did anything fun and it was really badly organised, so I just stopped going. And I actually went with Cathy's flatmate, Macbeth, and that's basically how we met the first time, was when we were in brownies and then we went to guides. So, fun story that no one asked for. 29. Would you ever strip or pose nude in a magazine? Not right now. If I was back in my dancer body and it was a very artistic shoot and it wasn't just like page 3 girls with their tatas out being like, I believe that the coalition government are raw, and trying to be political and not. Which they obviously aren't. I would never do anything like that. I think that's demeaning, and women have died so that other women wouldn't have to do that kind of thing for a career. Not that there's anything wrong with it if they find it empowering, but just the attitudes of a lot of men who read those magazines are enough to put me off ever doing anything like that. When was the last time I wrote a letter to someone on paper? Well, just so happens that on my desk I have the letter that Cathy wrote me, and the last letter that I wrote on paper was to Cathy in response to this letter. And this letter contains a list of, let me see, 48 reasons why Cathy loves me, and she wrote it one reason for every year that we'd known each other in cat years. So I have my little list that I have, and she drew a picture of us. So that was my last letter that I responded to. Let me see. Can I change the oil in a car? No, certainly can't. Don't know anything about cars. I have my driving license, but I shouldn't. Ever gotten a speeding ticket? No, because I am a terrified driver. I am so afraid of everything, and I drive at the speed limit, if not below it. So no speeding ticket. Ever run out of gas? Petrol? No, I haven't. Favorite kind of sandwich? Maybe there's Marks and Spencer's do goat's cheese, caramelized onion, and sweet red pepper sandwiches, and they're unbelievable. They're really good. Yeah, I would have to say that would be my favorite sandwich. 35. Best thing to eat for breakfast. I used to be a big breakfast kind of gal, and I'm not anymore. I feel sick in the mornings if I eat, so I tend to just stick with a little cup of tea. I used to. My stepdad used to be friends with a commercial butcher who also had a bakery attached to his shop, and we used to get bulk, like big plastic bags of these frozen chocolate croissants. And they were just stuffed with chocolate in the middle, and you put them in the oven and bake them for like 20 minutes, and they come out and they'd be piping hot with this delicious melty Belgian chocolate in the middle. They were good breakfast, although I had a terrible sugar crash around 10 o'clock every morning afterwards, so perhaps not the best nutritional value. They were delicious though. What is my usual bedtime? Um, it's a bit out of whack at the minute because of exams and uni stuff. I do generally like to be in bed around 11 o'clock, maybe a bit earlier sometimes. I'm quite a I like a good night's sleep, but that doesn't mean I'll sleep by then. I'll probably read for a bit or go on Pinterest, which is my new addiction. Am I lazy? No, I don't think I am lazy. I think I work very hard, and I try to fill my day with lots of extracurricular activities as well. So I'm doing yoga, fitness and things at the minute. So no, I don't think I'm lazy. Other people might say differently, but no, I don't really have a lot of spare time, so that would suggest that I'm not lazy. Number 38. Ooh, we're not really getting anywhere with this. 38. When I was a kid, what did I dress up for? Dress up as for Halloween. I was a cat a few years running. That was quite good. Stuffed a pair of tights with other socks and sort of pinned them to my bum so I had a tail. What is my Chinese astrological sign? I am the year of the monkey. So monkeys are wise and playful, but also I guess a pain in the ass who talk a bit too much. So that's what I understand of my Chinese horoscope. How many languages can I speak? I only speak English fluently, but I used to be very good at French. I think if I actually went to France or started studying French again, that I would pick it up quite quickly. So I'm going to say English and a petit peu de français. That was completely wrong, I'm sure it was. Let's just go with English on second thoughts. Do I have any magazine subscriptions? I thought I didn't. I tried to sign up to this magazine over the summer, like I'm talking sort of June, July time. It's now January, almost it's February, and this, I'll show you, I'll get it for you. Oh. And this cloth magazine turned up. I got it, I don't know how long it's been sitting there for, but I found it on top of the microwave in my flat yesterday. So apparently I do have a magazine subscription, and I've been waiting on it coming for a very long time. Which are better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? Don't know what Lincoln Logs are, but I am gonna say Stickle Bricks. Stickle Bricks. Then Lego. Am I stubborn? Yes. Yes, I am. Who's better, Leno or Letterman? I don't know who either of those people are, so I'm gonna say Honey Boo Boo. Ever watch soap operas? God, no. Although I have got into the Vampire Diaries recently, and I know that's bad enough anyway. Can't stop myself though. Ian Somerhalder. Oh, more like Ian Summer Smolder. So tasty. Am I afraid of heights? I'd have to say yes. My course, we got asked if we wouldn't mind going up a telescope, which is basically a cherry picker for rigging lanterns and stuff at heights. And I had written in my application letter to university that something that I had done was conquered my fear of heights, and I did an abseil for charity. And it wasn't so much that I conquered my fear of heights as I just did the abseil and then never went to heights again because it scared me so bad. So on my very first day of lighting lectures, we went, and I was the first person to climb the telescope, and I got to the top and just froze and was freaking out. And when I finally got to the bottom again, like my palms were sweating and I was having this like heart palpitations. it was really quite grim. So yes, I would say I'm afraid of heights. Do I sing in the car? No, because I like to listen to instrumental music, like bands Casperosa and Scale the Summit, and Maybe She Will, and bands like that when I'm driving, but I don't drive a lot anymore, or ever anymore, so no, I don't sing in the car. Apart from that one time that Cathy and I went to McDonald's, and we put Classic FM on and went cruising through Bangor, the town that we are from. I should probably cut that bit out, but I don't have any editing software, so I'm not gonna. But Cathy and I went cruising through Bangor with Classic FM playing, and we were singing along to Classic FM and trying to chat up guys through the window, and then we went to McDonald's. So that was a time when that happened. Do you sing in the shower? No. Do I dance in the car? No. Ever used a gun? Yes, I have. Didn't like it. Must say, really hurt my shoulder. Last time I got a portrait taken by a photographer, one of those cheesy whole family in white t-shirts with blue denim jeans on, was a long time ago because my dad was still alive. We got like a family portrait taken one year by a friend who had a studio above her office. So I think that's been the last one, or my mum's wedding to my stepfather, or dickhead as I like to call him. There were some photos taken then, but I think they were by my granda, so I don't know if that counts. Do you think musicals are cheesy? Yeah, I do, but I do still love them. I'll sit and think about how cheesy they are, but I'll be thinking that while I'm crying tears of sheer delight at the same time, so I think that one's moot. Is Christmas stressful? Yes, I find Christmas very stressful. I am not a Christmas person, and I get very worked up, and it brings back a whole bunch of bad memories that I don't ever want to talk about. So yes, Christmas is a bad time, to say the least. Ever eat a pierogi? I'm gonna file that in the obscure American food category. Yeah, I guess I would try one. I haven't, but I would do, alongside corn dogs. I want to try corn dog. Favorite type of fruit pie? Rhubarb crumble. Fuck your pie. Fuck your pastry. Crumble all the way. Occupations you wanted to be when you were a kid? First off, it's very badly worded, that question. I wanted to be an Egyptologist. I wanted to be a vet, briefly. I wanted to be a dancer. And then I wanted to be an artist. So that was quite good. Was there anything else in there? Probably. There probably was. Now I want to be a costume designer. So I guess they all kind of link together. Do I believe in ghosts? No, I don't. Although I am quite spiritual. I believe in, I wouldn't say ghosts as such, but I definitely think there's energies or whatever that can be left behind when someone dies, or it could be, you know, memories that are triggered by smells, or remember smells that can feel like ghosts because your body reacts to it on a sensory level. So I think that could be. Ever have a deja vu feeling? All the time. Take a vitamin daily? Yes, I do. Wear slippers? Sometimes. Wear a bathrobe? I wish, but I want one of those massive big fluffy ones, and they're like 40 quid, and I just can't justify it because I tend to just wear gym jams anyway. So what do I wear to bed? That varies. Sometimes it'll just be my pants and a t-shirt, sometimes it'll be pajama bottoms, and sometimes it'll be my onesie, which is no longer original, but I have my onesie. I got my onesie when I was 15, 16, and everybody laughed at me because they thought it was really weird, but then all of a sudden they got really cool. So yeah, nice little list. First concert? I'd love to say something really cool, but my first concert was Busted. And then after that it sort of went uphill considerably. I went to see Enter Shikari, who are now shit, and then I went to a lot of good gigs, did festivals and music things, but mostly everything. I wouldn't appreciate music if it wasn't for Busted, so thanks for that, Mum. Walmart, Target or Kmart? I've only been to America once, and I was in Walgreens, which I assume is the same thing, so I'm gonna say Walmart. Nike or Adidas? Neither. Don't wear trainers. Don't like them. I have a pair of running trainers. I don't know what make they are. I think they're Adidas, but I just don't care. 66. Cheetos or Fritos? I'm guessing Cheetos are like Wotsits, so I'm gonna go with Cheetos. Peanuts or sunflower seeds? Interesting. My go-to nut is actually the pistachio. However, I think I would probably go peanuts on that one. Ever heard of the group Très Bien? No, I don't think so. It rings a bell, but it might just be from Cathy doing this earlier. So, ever take dance lessons? Oh yes, did I ever. Started with Irish dancing whenever I was about 5 or 6, and that didn't last. It was really boring. And then I started ballet, and I did ballet for 10 years. Is there a profession you picture your future spouse doing? Um, In this, am I assuming that my future spouse is my boyfriend? Because in that case, I think he'll probably become an artistic director. But I think any man that I marry will be creative in some way. So yes, creative, something creative. Um, can you curl your tongue? No, no, I cannot. That is just one of those things, genetic blessings that I wasn't given. Ever won a spelling bee? No, I have not. Have you ever cried because you were so happy? Yes. Yes, I have. The year I got my kitten for Christmas, which was 12 years ago now. Own any record albums? No, I do not. Own a record player? No. Regularly burn incense? No, but I do always burn scented candles, like Yankee Candle Cherry Blossom, which has been discontinued, which breaks my heart. Or I have my little oil burner going a lot, so there's always something smelling nice in my room. 77. Have I ever been in love? I have, and then I had my heart ripped out of my chest, and I was very much quite damaged. So I think the good thing about saying that you have been in love is knowing you can tell from the amount of pain you went through afterwards how good it was. So I guess it's nice to say that I have been in love, but fuck you to the heartbreaker in question. 78. Who would you like to see in concert? Regina Spektor. More than anybody in the world right now, I want to see Regina Spektor in concert. And then I would like to see Maybe She Will again. I love them. What was the last concert you saw? That was Maybe She Will as well. I went to see them in the Arts Centre in Colchester, and I had like an out of body experience. They were amazing. They were so cool, and I was talking to them afterwards, and they're all really nice guys. Hot tea or cold tea? Hot tea generally, but I do like iced tea in the summer. Tea or coffee? Tea. Sugar or snickerdoodles? I don't know what a snickerdoodle is, but I don't really dig sugar either. Can you swim well? Yes, I can. Can you hold your breath without holding your nose? Yes. Are you patient? Sometimes. I can be sometimes, other times not so much. DJ or band at a wedding? Band, because DJs tend to be really, really awful. I would have sort of maybe like a swing band or something. That would be quite cool. And now I've lost my place. Number 87. Ever won a contest? Yes, I have. I won. Just before I started working for Game of Thrones, I won a competition on Twitter where you had to say which family you wanted to be a part of, and I said Targaryen because they have dragons, which is obvious, and also that they're technically the rightful rulers of... I can't even remember what the land is called now. It's so bad. I've read every single book and I'm fanatical about it and I can't even remember. But yeah, they're the rightful rulers of the kingdom, so Targaryen all the way. And I won a book and I won a Targaryen t-shirt, so that was cool. Ever had plastic surgery? Nope. Ever had plastic surgery, which is the actual question. Possibly. I would maybe consider a nose job because this guy is a bit special. Which are better, black or green olives? I think green, because they're bigger and you can get more stuff inside them, so yeah, green olive. Knit or crochet? Yes, I can knit, not particularly well, but I can do scarves and stuff, and I want to learn how to crochet really bad. Best room for fireplace? Living room, every time. Do I want to get married? Not in the conventional sense. I do not believe in God, and thus a Christian marriage would be ridiculous. But I would like to have some kind of like bonding ceremony in a forest, and it would be all ethereal and fairy-like and gorgeous. If married, how long have you been married? Not applicable. Who was your HS crush? By HS, I'm guessing that's high school. And because I went to an all-girls school, that might not be applicable, but I guess I would have to say Miss Harkin. She was a babe, is a babe. Married now, I think. Not that that changes anything, she's still hot. Do you cry and throw a fit until you get your own way? No, not anymore. I'm not really a crier. I am the silent brooding type, so no. Do you have kids? Certainly not. Do you want kids? Not really. Not if I can avoid it. I don't think so. It might change in a few years, but I've always said that I really don't want kids. What is my favourite colour? Interesting. I guess probably purple, but kind of like dusky purple, I think, or like sort of turquoise colours. Do I miss anybody right now? I miss Cathy. I miss Cathy so much, it's ridiculous. And I can't wait to get back to see you in February, so that should be good. And then the final question, I believe, was what was one thing that happened to you in either middle school or high school? Yeah, middle school. I think middle school is kind of before university, which would be like A-level kind of time. Something that happened to me at that point, probably the biggest thing, and the thing that I talked about the most and probably pissed everybody off a lot with, was getting that job on Game of Thrones. I think was probably the only big thing that happened. If it's an earlier stage than that, then I passed GCSE Maths, which is something that no one was expecting, so that was quite good. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole video. That is me done, and it's a long one. Sorry about that. Yeah, not gonna prolong this anymore. I love you, Cathy, and thanks for tagging me, and I don't know who to tag because I didn't actually think about this before I started filming, so that's it. Bye bye, I love you, Cathy. Sorry it took me so long to do this. I'll see you soon. Where is the button? There it is, that was awkward.